morning, guys. So I wasn't able to do this intro while I was back home because always late, but when we're always late we always have coffee.
Turn right.
Thank you so much, Waze. We always have coffee. So I wanted to do this video today because I am going to a Lashbox LA training today. Now, I haven't seen a lot of content on this outside of what they produce themselves. Oh shit! Back to what I was saying before I was rudely interrupted by Siri and my camera shifting on the dashboard because I don't have a mount, because I don't do this anymore. But I don't see a lot of content for this training outside of what Lashbox themselves put out. So I thought it'd be interesting for, you know, an unpaid, unasked for, follow me around kind of video, just to kind of give you guys a little bit more insight. This training is not cheap, you know, but no training that's of quality is cheap. So I wanted to bring you guys in and give you guys my opinion. So I have been lashing for 3 years. I started off with the shimmy technique. I then did lonely fan. I dabble in pinching, but it hasn't really been the best of times. So flower bouquet, that's gonna be what's next. So we're on our way. Looks like we're gonna get there about 15-ish minutes before, which I was trying to get there 30 minutes before, but it didn't happen. So come along, honeys, come. So I'm back. Yesterday I was completely exhausted after training, so I didn't get to catch up with you guys after, but I wanted to go ahead and do an unboxing of my kit, tell you a little bit more about my experience, and share with you guys my mega volume certification experience. So let's go ahead and get started. So firstly, this was the kit that was waiting for me at my station. As you guys have seen clips and all of that. So firstly, inside was our mega volume training manual, which they went over a presentation, but this is kind of like our take home of everything that we went over. They also gave us this little bag which had all of our stuff. So the kit comes with one roll of the microfoam tape. Then they gave us, I forget the name of this, but I think I believe this is like the J tweezer, and which I actually really like the grip on that one, and you could definitely tell that they are hand tested and kind of hand filed to be right for this technique. Then we also have their Lashbox straight isolating tweezer, which personally I've never really isolated with a straight tweezer. I always isolate with a 45. So I started with like a Dumont 45 angled tweezer, and I also have the Live Bay just the tip tweezer, if you guys are familiar with those. But it was really interesting to isolate with these, and I see why they use it. They have a rhyme and a reason for everything, and I really did like it. I don't hate it. I thought I would. So it comes with 4 trays. So, and obviously they are a big advocate for practicing this technique. This technique, I remember Tress referencing 100 hours, 3 months, or something like that worth of you practicing. And for me, this is something that I was never taught to do in the beginning, in terms of like really just utilizing your trays to practice. And you can't pro make mega fans just because they're already, you know, pushing like 15D or anywhere from 10 to 15. So you don't really want to add like more glue to that. So it is genuine practice. So they gave us the ones that they use most for flower bouquet is the cashmere favorites. I didn't realize that there was cashmere and then cashmere favorites. So kind of just to check out a wide variety of their curls. And also Joe, one of the trainers, who was awesome. I was talking to her about advanced curls because I already utilize the L curl for some of my clients, and I was asking her how that translates, like the flower bouquet translating into using it with more advanced curls such as L, and they came out recently with an M curl, which is really interesting. They call it their original M art series, so it's a little bit more advanced. And there's definitely a little bit of a learning curve attaching flower bouquet to this, but I'm up for the challenge and this was really cool and a little added bonus. So I appreciate her for that. Then this is Everlasting Volume RX. So this, and I believe this is a 5 ml bottle. These are the infamous glue trays, and this is one of the big parts of training. They teach you how to utilize the glue wells in order to basically manipulate the lashes and to create the fans. So this is a very big part of flower bouquet. And then they give you some really pretty, wow, I just blinked. Spoolies, some teal spoolies. So that is all that came in my kit. So let's go ahead and get into my experience. So the headquarters is absolutely so cute. Super darling. The class size was relatively small due to COVID and everything like that. No models were present for any of this, which in the beginning and when I was deciding whether or not I wanted to take the class, I was kind of hung up on the fact that there wasn't going to be models. And this is an advanced course. This does require at least 1 year of experience. So it's not like we're there for someone to teach us to apply lashes to a person. You know, we kind of already grabbed that and have that knowledge already, but more so I understood like the wrapping technique that they were trying to show us as well. I continue to postpone this training, so I obviously chose to go forward with the class. You know, we went into theory, we had the presentation, we went over our manuals, I took lots and lots of notes, and tried to just absorb everything. From there, we went into a bit of practice, and really they broke down step by step. You know, it was almost like, because you have to like retrain yourself. Obviously this is a technique that is a little bit more advanced, and most of us going into this already understand how to do volume, so we have muscle memory to make fans, but this requires new muscle memory. So it is a little bit different, and you really, like, I was verbally telling myself each step as I was going through it. So it was quite an adjustment, but it seemed like everyone in the class was doing great at adjusting to the new kind of like steps and everything like that. So it was super great. One thing that I will say that I'm glad that I took the class in person versus online, which was also an option for me, which was substantially less money, but I chose against it because I truly did want someone to physically be there to correct me if I needed to be corrected, and to kind of see what I was doing as I was making the mistakes, and instead of telling me after I've already made the mistake like 10 times, you know? So they were walking around, and they were kind of correcting and seeing how we were approaching the technique and tailoring it towards us. And like they were saying, everyone, there was 2 educators there, Therese and Joe, and everyone has their own viewpoint. So everyone, like both educators, gave us like their version of tips and tricks and stuff like that. So it was super cool. We did fan making for about an hour, and then broke to lunch. There was a couple options that were in the area. I chose to just Postmate something just so that I wasn't late coming back, because lunch was about 45 minutes. When we got back, we had another demo that had to do with foam taping and taping the top lid as well to like just manipulate the lash line and all that sorts of stuff. So that's a big take from Lashbox as well, is they utilize foam tape as a one step to so most artists do iPads and some sort of tape. They do straight foam tape, and their take on it is to create a more sealed kind of barrier between not exposing the eye to the fumes as much. Also, that this is one step opposed to applying iPads, applying 2 strips of tape, getting more tape to manipulate the eye. With this, you're utilizing 4 pre-cut strips of the foam tape, and that's it for the entire service. So that was a cool take, and I've dabbled with foam tape before, so it was really cool to see their take on foam tape. After that, we went into some more fan making, some more corrective work, and some business talk. So Therese did go around and individually speak to everyone regarding their pricing and their demographic, what she has, her advice on your pricing, your demographic, your area, how to introduce the mega volume service to your menu, to your clients, and her take on the pricing, which was really cool because you know, across the board, obviously mega volume requires more knowledge, requires more product, and it necessarily doesn't require more time, but it will in the beginning. So it was cool for her to tailor, not just to tell everyone raise your prices across the board. There were some people that she was just like, you know, your pricing is right on point, and this is what you should introduce mega volume at. Or, you know, there was some girls that she encouraged a little bit more to maybe get out of a situation that they were in and really take this that they're investing in themselves and, you know, use this as a launching pad to maybe leave or go on their own and stuff like that, which was really, really cool. I really liked that portion of it. After that, you know, everyone would like, they looked over our doll work because it was on a mannequin, not on a real person. From there, you know, they gave us tips and tricks, or critiques, I would say, as well, and what to continue to work on and what to look at, and all that. So it was really, really cool. From there, we took group pictures and our certification, and they really reinforced that it wasn't like the communication line didn't end after yesterday, that this was an ongoing process. And if we ever came to a point where we needed to troubleshoot or to I guess like talk more in depth about something, that they were always open to communication and to talk to us, which was amazing. I really truly appreciated that. So all in all, like personally, I came from a big salon before this, before owning my own studio. So this was my first investment into a training outside of the training that I got at a big salon, which that salon had trainings with big brands in the industry, and I did see the back end of that. And like, not that I didn't think education was valuable. I absolutely do think education is valuable, but I saw how sometimes the education pipeline went, and I was just kind of wary about investing a substantial amount of money if I wasn't going to get a solid education. And truly, I walked away from yesterday's experience with such a genuine, I would say, feeling that they are here to help and they are not here to, you know, just give you a portion of what they know. They are an open book, willing to help you and willing to answer any questions. And truly, you can tell that Lashbox as a brand, one of the main takeaways that I had was that they genuinely want to elevate the quality of work and the quality of professionalism that is going in our industry. Number one takeaway, they are not here to mass produce lash artists. They're here to elevate lash artists, and really I would say like put respect and put our value back into, you know, lash artists, because I feel like sometimes, you know, we undervalue ourselves, and you know, they are there to be like, you know, you are going to cater a certain kind of client with this kind of pricing, with this kind of technique, the level of investment that you're trying to invest in yourself. You know, they are not here for a mediocre lash artist, for sure. So I truly enjoyed my time there, and I look forward to, you know, putting in hours for this technique and really seeing what great sets I'm going to create from this. So for anyone that is looking to take this training, I hope that you found value in this video. Secondly, if you did have kind of like concerns, I don't know how long COVID is gonna last and how long they're not gonna be models, and you're debating whether to do online versus in person, just small group training, I would say go for it, girl. The mannequin, it's not my best friend, but we're not there to learn how to apply it on a person. We kind of understand that knowledge. It is more so about the technique, and I would say it actually gives them more time to focus on that, rather than to have a million people coming in and out. So all in all, I'm super impressed with the level of professionalism and the level of training that I received. So for me, it was well worth it. So if you guys have any other questions, I'm more than happy to answer them. Leave them down below, send me a direct message, all of that good stuff. All my links will be down below, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye guys.